Players at the ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? On my release.
Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Welcome, welcome all. Thank you guys for joining us once again on the American Air Hockey League. Thank you so much for joining us on the stream tonight. We have such an amazing lineup here today. I'm actually joined here by, once again, the truly amazing Mr. Seth.
Hey, everybody. We have exciting match. We are right into the gameplay, folks. They do not mess around here. We've got a Peter versus Chance matchup. Peter coming in hot today after his victory, taking back number 2 from Josiah. So let's see if Chance has what it takes to crack the big man Peter right here. Good defense coming out from both players quickly.
All right, we're going to get a score on the board there. Chance is going to open up, leading at 1 point here. Let's see if Peter can show why he fought to keep his rank and keeping it there. Now it's going to be a tie here, 1-1. Let's see. Ooh, beautiful shot there.
This little bit of a stutter step got him just pulling his mount back enough towards the goal that he didn't get in the right under defense spot.
Yeah, you're seeing like just straight out the bat, like we just started and we're already seeing some crazy moves happening and seeing this kind of fast gameplay from both of these players. So they really got to keep up their defenses and trying to see how they can match the speed of the other. I hear Peter's trying to see, lining up shots, making some off goals here. Let's see how he's going to line up here. I think he's going to try to go for some wall shot. No, not quite. Going to go in possession of Chance.
Chance was lucky that he was able to get that second of the 1-2 punch back. Peter was all over it on defense.
Oh, I think we got now the audio here from the air hockey room, which is so nice to hear, hearing all the parts, just hearing how fast it'll go on the table here. All right, Chance is going to see how he can get around. Oh, man, just off Peter's mallet into the goal, creating more of a gap now, 4-2. All right, let's see here.
Fluffy Dragon Slayer in this chat telling Spec to use his support cards, and Spec pulled out the own goal card.
Like that, he is still creating a gap here. 3-5. Still anyone's game.
Sneaky cross back from Spec, bringing it 4-5.
Now 4-6 potential game point here. All right, let's see. Oh, try for a right wall, but not quite get it. How he's gonna do? Trying for those right walls. See? Oh, but he goes with the left wall. Right, so we're here 5-6. A potential game point here.
Chance has a good stop from him there. I don't like that offensive take though. If you're gonna shoot that left wall and it's gonna be an under, you gotta hit it with some power. Man's getting scared when it's 5. He's up 6-5, and that shot just looked scared.
He's just afraid, when you lose that possession, if you hit it just with a little too much force, you have potential of losing that possession. But at the same time, if you hit it with just the right force, you get straight into your goal. So it's kind of like making those quick time decisions, especially in a game like this where we climbed pretty fast to a show me of 6.
And with that, show me!
Here. All right.
Chance is looking uncomfortable in this moment. It's almost like he didn't expect to even get this far in the game. And with that, just another slow shot. Peter captures the puck. Chance with another chance. Luckily gets another chance
like that right
to take
wall.
it.
I like the wordplay. Shot here, just beautiful right wall.
That was a beautiful over from Chance there. That is the shot angle that he needed for that to get past Speck's defense. If I'm playing game 1 and that's the shot my opponent needs to use to score, I'm looking happy.
Oh,
and we've
no,
got
I can agree with that, yeah.
John B in the chat saying, "Let's go, Chance!" Hello to you, John. Welcome. And we've got Vi in the chat going, wow. Wow.
That was a quick game, too. Very quick. I feel like only 2 minutes passed and we were already done with that game. That is very fast. Let's see how this matchup's going. So, after the face-off, he's going to take possession. Oh, man. And already, he's now going to start the gap there. Taking the lead here. 1 point on the board. No chance. So, see, do you think he's going to keep trying to go for those wall shots? Just like he ended that last round? Or do you think Peter's going to be already used to that?
I think Peter has already started to make some adjustments this game. But Chance does mix it up, shooting that cross back at Speck. Nice deep shot. I like that offense that he shot there because it's very close or similar position to his cut shot, which is that straight shot towards the other side of the goal. Bendito Shafter in the chat saying anybody's got a chance. Well, Chance got a chance in his name, so that must mean he's got extra chance.
I love the wordplay here. Here we go. I mean, it really is. It's all about the game of chances, but also it's a game of focus and trying to maintain that possession. That's exactly what Chance is doing here. He's seeing how lucky he can get. But not too much because it's going to go right back into possession and creating more of a gap here in this second game here. 3-1 now.
Chance just pulled the lose $100 card from the chance pile in Monopoly. Beck is now up 3-1. Fighting back a little bit though.
Yeah. See here, he's trying to close that gap right now. I see Bandito in the chat saying, you only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Yeah, I think he knows that. I think he's seeing that because he's really trying to close the gap right now. Trying to go for these off shots. See what he's going to do here. Not quite getting through Spike's defense.
I'm concerned. I seem to have noticed a slight difference in where he's shooting his where he's shooting his cut versus where he's shooting his cross. His cut seems to be closer to his left wall, and his cross seems to be closer to the inside. Just looked like about an inch to me. But
you think he's adjusting that because he's reading the defense right now? Because I've seen him test a lot. Wow, what a right wall there. I think he's, going kind of closer to those walls to try to get around Speck's defense because Speck is now reading his wall shot, so he's trying to outmaneuver that shot.
I think Chance is. I think it might be a little bit of an unknown habit that Chance has. Time will tell if he continues to shoot like that. Maybe he just let it drift a little bit farther than usual. A little bit of a delay that way, but
yeah. So you got close to the center line with that shot, trying to get a cut there. Not quite getting it, but here we go. He's going to come back. Really getting with these wall shots here.
Got a little bit lucky on that transition.
Dribble here from Chance. I feel like also, here's remain calm because he knows it's just one more point for him and then he can tie up the games here. Be calm right now. And let's see how Chance is going to react here.
Shout out to our players in the our spectators in the chat.
Spectator. All the fans. The spectators.
The fans. Welcome.
Millions. I tried. Not sure what just happened there. I did not catch it, but we're back in it. Still 4-6.
Chance lost his ballot, and then he almost looked like he was trying to taunt Peter into noticing that it flew off. A little bit of an odd one, but see how it continues.
He lost his possession. You know, he went aggressive with that. He was offensive, and like that, Peter's gonna end the round here with a right wall.
This is the shot. It's the same shot that Chance was scoring on Peter last game.
That overshot, man. It's just...
Chance doesn't have a terrible defense for it. If he moves slightly up on where he's blocking his bank shot from that location on the table, it'll really work for him.
Yeah, I think he was mostly trying to prepare possibly that he thought it was going to probably hit lower in the wall and try to go cross it. But, you know, that's the thing, predicting that sometimes will end in, you know, the getting around you. It's really hard to predict some of these shots, especially when you have a game like this where they're both adjusting to each other already. You know, it's game 3 now. You're going to see here just how they start adjusting to their play patterns. All right. Peter's now in possession here. Oh, lost a mallet.
Chance lost his mallet again. Very similar way here. And we got the replay. Spec shot is so hard, his opponents just lose the mallet. Can't even handle it.
I think they sweat. I think they're starting to sweat, you know. Oh man, didn't even flinch on that right wall there. Just
Damn
got right
does the
through
stuff
it.
saying hi in the chat, but Spec does the stuff making his opponents lose his mallet twice now.
And it's 2-0. Chance is really trying to find if he's lost all his chances or not at trying to see if he could secure another game against Spectre.
When
Not quite getting the right wall.
When he started game 1 this set, he was pushing his opponent, he was playing fast, and he was hitting it harder. I don't know where that chance went. We need game 1 Chance to come back. Otherwise, we're about to just see a losing Chance.
Gap here. Hey, listen. I mean, Chance did close the gap right now. I think he's starting to feel it. I think he knows now that he has to, you know, get a little bit more aggressive with it. Trust that he is going to make these offensive shots with speed and power, because that's what you're going to need to do, you know, against Peter's defense right now. Let's see. He's in possession.
If he shoots another weak cut, I'm going to be mad.
But he gets a transition shot here.
A little bit of a lucky. If I'm Spec there, I know he's not getting that enough to turn the tides of a match.
Want to make you nervous, you would say.
Yeah.
It's still 3-3, still anyone's game.
If my opponent wins a game or two, but they got 3 lucky bounces, 4 lucky bounces.
Unlucky he made himself score there.
I'm not feeling that. There we go. We got to finally see a cut with a little bit more force here. Just a little bit, but it was enough to get past Peter's defense. Killian in the chat saying hi. Hello to you, Killian.
I mean, that's just what I think Chance needs to do. I think he just needs some more power, because he can get through Peter's reaction time, and like that, he's going to get through. Now it's 6-4, and maybe it's that side of the table. Maybe he could both one on that side of the table.
Yeah, that could definitely be. That is part of the reason. Oh, look at that force coming back from Chance. Noisy Alien in the chat saying Sabrina and Seth as fire commentators. Well, we appreciate that, Noisy in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Noisy. I have to say that was a really nice ending there for Chance. I see he's doing his little groove, getting to that zone, dancing it up. I mean, that was a great transition shot because he did capture it and then just release it right back, make that final shot. I believe that was 7-4, right? I think it was a 7-4 or 7-5.
I think it was maybe 7-5. One of the two.
It's been pretty close. We've had one 7-6 game, and that was the first round. I want to see us another 7-6. I'm kind of betting on that. All right, so Chance is up by 2 games.
Chance has scored 3 games in a row on himself now.
That's tough. I mean, I don't even know what you do with that. Like, I know when you get scored on, you want to take a timeout, but what do you do when you're just unlucky and you start scoring on yourself? Do you just take a break? Do you try to shake it off? Like, what's kind of like the head game you got to play with yourself there?
Well, one of the biggest things that I'll do is I'll stop shooting the shot that that caused it.
Man,
So,
is that another loss of Malik there
again?
Too? Oh.
Where are his nerves today, folks? Chances. Noisy Alien in the chat said, keep it up, double AAHL family. Thank you so much for the donation, Noisy Alien.
Love a donation. And guys, if you do love air hockey, and I know you do because you're here on a Monday night watching with us, please go ahead, double tap your screen, subscribe, or if you're awesome like Noisy Alien, donate. We absolutely love that. So yeah, keep it going. We have that subscriber count, and every time I'm up here and commenting, all I keep seeing is that subscriber count increasing, and I just want to see it keep growing. Let's keep it growing, folks. All right, back to the game here. 0-3. A good time for Chance to take a chance, take a moment to take a timeout because.
Wow.
You guys get that point.
Would love to see that replay right here, folks. Just so fast off the mallet. Spec wasn't even ready when he was trying to block that shot, but it was just so fast it threw him off guard. Spec taking a moment right now.
He's got to be quick with these shots. I think that's how you're going to get the Spec's defense. It's got to be, quick motions, nonstop, just get through it, make that power. But then again, Spec has reacted fast enough. I've seen a lot of transition shots off a Chance, and I think he can make that risk. He's been playing really well with those transitions. Here we go. Like that. Beautiful shot. And let's look at that replay. Just smooth. Like butter. Beautiful cross there. All right. Spike's gonna try lining up. Oh man, Chance got that great block on him, getting possession of that puck. For an off goal, not quite getting it. See how he reacts here. Beautiful right wall under there, done. Man, 4-3, still close game.
One of the things that I like that Chance is doing is mixing up his shot selection from locations on the table. Peter looks to be really relying on trying to block the same shot that came from the same spot on the table, but since Chance is mixing it up, he's able to get some of those sneaky unders in specifically.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, again, it's all about that adjustment that they're doing, and especially that we are, getting there in the games in this set, you have to start making those changes, and I think that's exactly what we're seeing from Chance, but Peter is showing that too as well, showing that he knows the adjustments he needs to make to get around Chance defenses here.
Chance
I think
did go
Alien in the chat saying, gotta run, but puck on, pucking on. Yep, we'll see you around. I'm sorry, Seth, you were trying to say something?
Chance did go on a 4-0 run there, and now he's back on the run, 5-4 now. Let's see if he can outrun Spec this game and take this win, proving that it might not just be the side of the table.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, I mean, it'll be the first time we see on the side of the table. The other side, Chance is showing that it's not about Chance, it's about his game, it's about his skill. I don't know, Spec's gonna respond here. Ooh. A criticality here.
Chance is frustrated with that shot too.
Yeah. that
Oh,
drift,
and he just...
man.
Those are two mediocre shots. Whoever just subscribed in the chat, thank you. And another thank you out to JD in the chat saying, love these Monday evening streams. Good, wholesome fun and competition. Good luck, everyone. Thank you so much,
Oh,
JD.
thank you, JD. That was awesome. We absolutely love that. Thank you for donating.
And
oh man, 6-5.
Peter has caught up and pulled the lead away from Chance. Chance needs to take a moment and just tries to force his offense a little bit. Then he tries to snag the puck, and that is the moment right there, folks, where the aggression can get to you a little bit. If you don't play smooth and smart on the table, you can definitely fall quickly behind. Now we are
I think my prediction's true. That side of the table again. I'm just saying. I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, I'll say Chance sold. He's not a prospector, folks. He's a Wall Street banker. Sell, sell, sell.
I mean, listen. That was. I'm just saying. The theory's proving true. That side of the table's looking like there might be a little luck there. Someone needs to put a rabbit's foot on the other side of the table or something. I don't know. But still, it's 2 games to 2 games. It's still anyone's set, anyone's game. I think we're going to see this go all the way, in my opinion. Just because both players have been taking a game one right off the other. All right, Chance is now going to take possession. Man, I see he's trying to focus now. Oh. But just like that, nice and easy with a crosser. You can watch that replay real quick. Just how he gets it in. And we're going to see how Striker's going to respond here. Beautiful shot. Just straight in.
Chance looking frustrated again. He did jump on defense, though. So, almost a free point if you jump like that for your opponent. Mind being gone. Being gone in the chat saying Peter better win. Almost.
I mean, it's still anyone's game right now. You got 2 games to 2. If you're betting on either, I see in the chat the survey is rooting for Peter. I think it's 61% right now. You guys
At one point, it was 75% Peter, though. So the fans themselves think Chance is his chances going up, one might say.
Maybe.
Peter saying, why would you say that? I'm about to score and prove you wrong here. Let's tie this game up.
2-2. Make that 3-2. That was just like this. I feel like I keep describing Chance's shot as smooth, but they really are. And that was a fast shot there by Spec.
Look at Chance's face right here, folks. He is playing so seriously on the table. Al Gore might say he's super serial.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think he's getting a little bit frustrated right now. Trying once again. He knows that he's taken 2 games already. He's number 8 versus number 2. He's demonstrating that, he could possibly take this away from Spec, but we don't know. I see Michael Fretz in the chat saying Chance overextends his arm too many times. Now, Seth, can you talk a little bit about that? Just the overextension. Like, what should players be doing? Should they use their body, to go forward? Should they be, keeping their arm close? How would you describe the techniques on that?
It really depends. I'm curious why Michael is saying that, because from my perspective, it looks like Chance has been able to secure enough pucks and shoot enough transitions off his forward play style that it's really gotten him more points than it has hurt him. He definitely did have that own goal. But I like how... Yeah, show me! I don't like how Chance plays these soft shots when it's 6-6. It's like he forgets he's playing a game.
Might be a little bit of nerve game.
Don't
Oh,
play
man.
conservatively. Go for your shot.
All right, let's see. Maybe it's on the side of the table. Oh, it's
And
extra.
Peter showing it down on the table.
Man, that's 2 games back to back now for Peter. I don't know how to react to that. You know, as Chance, you got to get your head back into the game. I think you're seeing that frustration. He knows that now that he has he's a game down. He needs to adjust correctly because I think Peter is starting to warm now is saying, I got this. There's a reason I am number 2 here. So we'll see that. I see C White in the chat saying AAHL is a standard. Shouts out to the AAHL crew for doing the damn thing. Cheers, y'all. Cheers to you as well for being with us on this great Monday evening. So glad that you all are watching and joining with us. Thank you so much. Man, was that an early shot?
That was an own goal from Chance, but he shot it with some force, and that's what I like to see. He knew what he was shooting for. He did miss it, and he didn't catch it on defense, but that's the intensity that we should have saw
That's what
the
we
last
need.
3 points of last game. Instead, he sold.
I mean, it's just one of those things, man. Like, once you get into your head, you're scared. I think he's fearing, especially that he's made so many shots against himself that if he goes too strong with it, he's going to score on himself. Those shots have been what's made him win these points. And again, he's got 2 games, so he still is a contender here. Oh, you see that frustration. He's getting frustrated. I don't know. Maybe he needs to take a breather.
I am concerned about him. If I'm feeling that frustrated in a match, I'm taking my time between the games. I'm not going to rush it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's that mental aspect of this game. You got to calm down. Or you can get powered up, which some players do. And I think Chance is trying to go that route, trying to be powered up about this. What's going on here? I think we're 3-4 now? Yeah, so we're 3-4. See what's going on. It's funny with the heart rate monitors, Chance is still... We're saying he looks frustrated, but his heart rate is still kind of remaining calm. Obviously it's elevated because he's playing this game, but he still has that calmness. So maybe there's stuff going on in his head that we don't know. I mean, it's hard to talk about what's going on, but we'll see. We see that, angst on their face, that frustration. Let's see if he can get around Peter, because Peter right now has a 2-point gap here, 5-3. Makes that 6-3.
Chance needs to go on a large run.
Man, Peter's about to say it's just one more shot for him like that.
That was a
7-3.
fantastic shot indeed. Peter catches it and hits him with a smooth right wall over, ending Chance's time on the table.
You think he took away his chances just like that?
All I want to know is I want to get these players in the mics, on the couches. If you've got something for these players, go ahead and put it in the chat right now. We have got our short interview.
Little post-game interview for y'all. If you have any questions, they can see it on screen. Go ahead. Oh, look at the dog.
Oh.
Such a good boy.
And that's Bear right there on the table.
We
Go
love
ahead and
Bear.
get us zoom in
mic's
on
not
these
even
players.
on.
The mic is on, dummy.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is on.
It's on.
It's been on. How'd you like your tricks being used against you, Spec?
It's good. I get to learn how to defend against them. That's
Good,
why
that's
What
good.
what tricks are you talking about there, Chancey Chance?
Well, 1, don't call me Chancey, and 2, Spec taught me something back on Friday that I implemented in this game, and they worked pretty alright on him. He did some of the stuff that I expected him to do, that I did when he was using it on me on Friday. So I'm learning, man. I'm learning.
I know the folks at home don't want you to be so vague.
No,
What are you doing?
it's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain when when it's like trying to example it like verbally, but visually it's really easy to explain and understand.
I mean, it's a simple concept.
It's a simple concept on the table, but off the table, I'm just like,
Guys,
what are you
Hey,
speaking
say
a foreign
something without
language?
saying something, huh?
He's
Hey,
lost for words.
Well,
Seth.
Seth, you're my contenders, so
Yeah, that and I'm also trying to save spec.
Playing. Don't even say that. You over here.
Yeah, I'm trying
we're
to
gonna be
save
playing
spec at
in like
Worlds.
30 days, dude. What?
Dude, they're good. The bracket's gonna get changed by then. Don't you worry.
We'll see.
It's not happening.
We'll see.
It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah,
don't,
we'll see.
Don't even.
I think you already know this concept, and you just want us to say it.
Yeah.
I want you to say it for the viewers. Stop being weird because you think we're gonna play.
I mean, it's like the same concept as ping pong, where you have to brush the ball or the puck.
Yeah.
You don't want to directly hit it or smack it, or it'll go too far,
yeah.
right? You want to put some spin on that puck. So once you do a brush hit, it'll directly transfer that angle into a very true style of attack,
Yeah.
and it's very deceptive. And what that means is I can literally make one motion look the same as 4 angles. You know, it's 4
Yeah.
angles. You got left, cut, cross, and right wall.
But like depending on the angle of the mallet too, it could be very deceptive because you can make it look like a cross, but in all actuality it's gonna end up being a cut, and you'll be flinching towards that cross side.
Yeah,
in
I
those
mean,
cut
Sabrina,
lines.
it's
Do you have any questions for these players? I've got one left.
I mean, my question overall was just, you know, we had some intense rounds with y'all. Just like we were talking a little bit about the mental aspect. We saw a little bit of frustration, you know, on y'all's faces. So we wanted to get a little more insight into how you guys were mentally feeling overall.
I've been having a
I'm doing pretty good actually.
Chance has
Fucking-
been doing good. I have like an off day, I think.
No, like I don't know. I've been doing pretty good. Like I seem frustrated on the table. That's kind of me just getting angry at myself for doing some stuff.
Yeah, for me, I am missing my best shots.
Yeah, where's your right wall under at, dog? That's been
I-
missing
Ooh.
forever, and
I've
you've been
been-
hitting your overs more often.
You block my under. That's why I hit the.
Oh, really?
If you
really?
if you charge out, I'll hit the under.
No,
but,
you
like,
still hit the over from the charge, dude.
I mean, it's muscle memory at that point. I've been hitting because Nathan's been like, freaking, yeah, it was all Nathan's fault. He always hounds down my right wall under, so I just been trying to just do overs. And like anytime I just do an under, it just becomes an over. Same thing if I try to do an over. They all go overs now. There's no more right wall under.
Yeah.
What's your question?
yeah,
Seth?
what's
I
your
know that.
question,
I know
Seth?
the question for the fans from the chat is they wanted to know about this sale you've got going on, Chance, because this sale is priceless.
What sale? Huh? What am I selling?
You on the table, just giving the match back to Peter.
Oh, on the
Hey.
last game? On the last game?
No, on all of the games. Every time it was 6, you had 6 points, then you go, I'm gonna hit a slow shot. No power.
Yeah,
Go
why-
back and
what's
watch
up with
that
that?
match.
Why were you
I
hitting
was
slow
just saying,
shots?
Well, I was
Are you trying to do
hitting
it-
more slow shots more
Are you
often.
trying to
I'm
do
trying
like
to
an
do.
off-speed?
I was trying to do more off speeds this time. That and a
It
lot
looked
of.
like you were just
I don't know. It's been a hot. So another excuse / reason. It's been a hot minute since I've played on this table. It's been almost 6-7 weeks since I've played on this table specifically. I've been playing on the arcade tables, which are really draggy. So trying to
perfect.
relearn control on this one
Yeah,
because
Ben
it's really nice.
Perfect.
go ahead
Ben,
and shout
yeah.
Ben out in the chat.
Hey, hi Ben, perfect.
Michael in the chat saying, "Watch the screen." Well,
All right.
all I've got.
Well, you're gonna see me in another set. It's gonna be
yeah.
against Josiah.
Yeah.
And then you'll see me later in a match against Anthony, though somebody's throwing a fit about it.
Sale's so good, they're sure to impress. That's what I'm getting ready to tell you after your next match.
So
When you sell to Anthony, Chance.
I'm not selling to
Hey.
Anthony. Dude,
All
Anthony
right.
hasn't even played on
Hey,
this table in a
you
hot minute
recently
either.
passed Anthony, so you're.
Did I? No,
you're-
I didn't.
You're up by 10 points.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh! Oh! Anthony, I'm better.
And-
We can play a
and
set
with
today.
that-
We can play.
and with
Hey,
that-
we can play a set
And with
today.
that, we are going to the.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to our next match, folks.
Yeah, I mean, Seth, I can agree with Chad here. I see Emil's in the chat saying Savage Seth is out today. You guys were coming from the throats. You were ready to go.
I don't know. Maybe it's because Caleb is gone. I just
He's a
just feeling it today. Lynn in the chat saying start the game. It is indeed time to start the game, Lynn.
Gonna get another poll out here for y'all real quick when we get our next match set up right now. We're getting all the graphics and everything ready to go here. I mean, listen, I think it's interesting that Chance was saying that he was actually calm. Definitely his body language was saying he was frustrated, but it makes sense. He was getting frustrated with himself, you know, all those self goals. That's rough. And I think Chance will be again on the table. I think we're actually going to see the Chance and Anthony match coming up now. Right now, they're warming up, trying to get ready to go. There's Bear making appearances. See people in the chat. Ben Perfect saying, do a flip. Oh, he literally says, do a flip, do a flip, do a flip, do a flip, do a flip. I mean, yeah, that would be pretty cool. I think doing it off the air hockey table would be, you know, the most bad but way to doing it. I'm just saying, but I don't want anyone to get hurt doing that. But it would be pretty cool. And guys, if you're still here, we are currently setting up for our next match, and we want to thank you again for being here. It's not a fun stream without, you know, the chat just popping off. So we love that you guys are here with us. I see y'all in the chat. Please, if you haven't already, please double tap your screen, give it a like. We love getting those likes. Also, if you want to see more air hockey, go ahead and give us a subscription. Just, you know, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't take too much time. It's just one click. You can also donate. We've had some great donations today. We want to thank everyone who has donated so far and also in our past streams. Again, every single dollar counts. It doesn't matter. We've gotten $10. We've gotten $5. We've gotten $1. Doesn't matter. We're so happy that you guys are here. I see also in the chat right now, so I'm going through all your chats right now. Michael Fred's coming back saying, you know what would be cooler on the air hockey table? A win from Chance. I would flip out. That would be really, that would be pretty cool to see. Maybe we'll see that because Chance is going to be on the table quite a lot tonight. So stick around. Maybe we'll see that. We did see him take a couple games, which was awesome. I also see Ben Perfect is really fighting for that do a flip. I mean, it would be pretty cool. So now I think we're going to get started here. Face-off's going off. We'll remove that graphic of the starting soon. It's actually going to be spec. Okay, we were getting confirmation. All right, so Chance and Anthony would be probably later on tonight. So right now it's going to be Spec and Josiah on the table. So that's the number 2 versus number 3. So this is going to be considered a close match. We have thrown the poll in the chat. Let's see. We're going, man, what a opening shot there.
Josiah with some fire on the table.
That was a fire shot right there. Absolutely. And he snuck around there, gotten 2-1, but Spec is going to respond, making it an even 2. I mean, again, it's like the last set. We saw the opening game, the first game, both players were hot on the table, ready to go, and then it just can't sizzle out. You got to keep on going. All right. I see. I love seeing y'all in the chat still. I mean, Ben Perfect is really wanting that flip. Remember, we do have a post-game interview. You can definitely ask him to do a flip. I don't know if he doesn't want to. Maybe they'll be so excited that they actually end up doing a flip. Who knows? It can be. Anything can happen in air hockey. I see Michael Fretz in the chat saying, thank you for saying Fretz and not Fritz. Not so obvious for everyone. You're welcome. I do try my best to pronounce as much as I can. I know it can be a little bit difficult, via an online communication. But don't worry, we are here, and thank you for joining us and staying in the chat. See, Mike said hi. Hello, Mike. All right, let's get back to the game here.
A little bit of a
4-6.
bounce in from Josiah. Got that lucky one. Charging Peter straight, but the straight still slid through. And with that, Josiah takes it with that quick left wall bank. For those of us at home that might not be paying attention to the players as much, Josiah is left-handed, so his left wall bank is specifically dangerous on the table, folks. Vi in the chat saying yes. Michael in the chat saying snipe.
Can you also, speak on that? A lot of people don't think about how different a game it is when you're playing against someone who is left-handed. Obviously most people are right-handed. So when you're playing against a left-handed player, how do you adjust so quickly to that? Because you kind of get used to that practice against those right walls. Wouldn't you agree? Like, how do you see that side?
So one of the things that I need to remind myself is just that they're left-handed. And then sometimes I just try to Mr. Miyagi it and clear my mind. And instead of waxing on like a right hand, I'm waxing off for the left hand.
That's a pretty good technique to do. I actually remember commentating previously for Idaho, and I can't remember the player's name, but there's this one player who would do this like ambidextrous type of trick where he would like switch his hands with the mallet.
Scotty McScott Arnold.
Oh man, that was cool when he would switch his hands. Here we go. Oh, man, Josiah, what a sniper here right now. He is just really getting through Spec's defense right now. Starting off the gap with 1-0.
Peter was able to cop a very hard-fought. Mike in the chat saying Seth wax off left-handed. Emil in the chat saying yes, that was Scott Arnold.
Scott Arnold? Okay, it was Scott Arnold. Yeah, I just remember that move, and I was so impressed by it because I know there's like some ambidextrous players, but seeing it in the middle, like a game that he would just switch his hands, I was very impressed. I was like, dang, that's crazy because you have to change your mental game too, and you're gonna start using a different hand. All right, here we go. Just like that, Peter's gonna get in. Just look at that replay. Just look at that shot. He captures it and just makes that beautiful bank shot right into the goal there. All right.
This is an interesting fact. This is the second week that we've seen Peter play with slides on. Looks like we're trying to have a slides versus flip-flops battle on the table, folks.
Yeah, chat, I'm curious, are you guys slides people or flip-flops? That's like a really hot topic for some people. Like, I swear, there's some people who swear by slides and then others who yell and say, no, it's all about the flip-flops. Like, what the heck?
And we've got Lynn in the chat saying, is this the World Hockey Air Cup? Well, it's not, but it is happening at Margaritaville in Lake Conroe in Texas by Houston.
I see Emil in the chat also saying there's another player who does the switching hands techniques. It's an NC player, Greg Givens, which is interesting. I don't think I've ever actually seen it. I've never seen Greg. I gotta remember if I have, but it is interesting seeing that technique. Very interesting technique. I see also Michael That's in the chat saying Peter doesn't wax on or off, he just waxes. You know, he's making that table smooth as he can be.
Mike in the chat saying Papa Purple. Yes, that is Papa Purple, Mike.
Oh my God! Another game over 7-5. Let's watch this replay. Beautiful right wall overdone. And just like that, game is over. I think Josiah's, holding his arm right now. I think, he maybe overextended it. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'll just smooth it out. I see also Michael once again saying game, set, wax. All right. Still, it is. So if anyone is joining us right now, it is Josiah versus Peter. They both each have a game. They need to get 4 games. So it's still anyone's, set here. All right. So let's see who's going to get it. Josiah's going to take that face off. And try to open up with a wall shot, but not quite getting it. Let's see how he's going to go here. Oh, man, that was a power shot there from Josiah. But he's going to lose that possession, and it's going to go to Peter. Oh, man, what a good pump fake there just to end up with a right wall shot there. Open up the points on the board. A dribble there from Josiah. He's going to take it. Oh. Now creating a gap here, 2-1. But it's going to be matched 2-2. I mean, these players now in this game specifically, they're starting to show that aggression. They, I think, have warmed up, kind of giving us the vibe from the first game. They both came out of the, woodworks. They were swinging. Let's see what's happening here. Josiah's jumping. He's ready to go. He's trying to remain focused on the puck. Trying to see all that offensive strategies because, again, this is a game of offense. You got to be offensive, but defense is important too. You got to make sure you keep your defenses up because that's when you really need to start adjusting more. All right, let's see where Josiah can go around the defense like that, getting a straight in. 3-3 here.
Easy Ellie in the chat saying who won, Spec or Chance? Spec did, and currently he's in the lead against Josiah.
Yeah, they're still, both of them still have games. It's kind of like what we saw last match. Once he starts getting that groove, he started just going through, and he still has that groove right now because he's creating that gap here, 5-3. Josiah's going to try to close it out. I mean, you got number 2 versus number 3. This is a very, close matchup here. We can see, anything happen on this table. Beautiful right wall there by Spec. I think he's starting to take, what Chance said in the post game to heart. He says, hold on, I'll show you my right wall just real quick. All right, 6-5 here. So I was really getting control of that puck, really focusing on the puck. I think the key in the games we've seen tonight, and Seth, you can tell me on this part, is really kept possession time. Show me! I think Josiah's really had, time with the puck. That's 7-6. I see Mike in the chat saying, dang, he showed us real quick. That can happen in show me's. Sometimes they last for 3 minutes. Sometimes they last for 1 more shot. So, yeah, that's really it. So now Spec is going to 2 games here. Josiah with 1. Again, still anyone's game because Spec needs 4 games to close this set out. Let's see if Josiah will let that happen. We're going to have a face-off here. Here we go. Okay, Spec is going to have possession here. see these lineups now that he's starting to do more in these matches, this game in particular, like that with a right wall. And you can see in Josiah's face, he knew that was a good shot. Oh man, Josiah doing a little teasing here right now, a little teasing action. Not going to get through Peter's mental game though, because look at that. He's going to create a 2-point gap here. Trying to see if he can get around, trying to play that mental game, a little taunting action. Not quite getting there. He did end up getting through the defense.
I really want to see Josiah mix up his shot selection a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
He's giving Peter more of a chance to pick up on what he's doing by shooting a lower shot variation. He really likes to come off this diamond drift, but when Peter's all on that defense, that's when he's struggling to score. We saw that last week when Peter locked in and came back from behind to win their match yesterday. They're just playing a set today, but still, he's doing the same thing, but this time, just faster.
I mean, sometimes you gotta learn from the past. You know, if you feel like a shot works and you can speed it up, that's what you gotta do here. And if you're saying that's why, because I didn't see last week, so if that was happening last week, maybe that's exactly what he's doing. You know, he's learning from what he could do and what he could tweak to really improve this game. And I feel like we've seen improvement from both players. They've really started well adjusting. You know, it's taking a little bit longer to get points on the board. Their defenses have quite adjusted on both sides.
I would definitely agree that Josiah is making defensive adjustments, but I don't think he's changing his offense.
I mean,
it looks like he's really just trying to push through Peter and just shoot the same cut. Sometimes he hits the cross, under, over combo with the left wall. I'd love to see him mix it up and shoot a right wall.
I mean, that would be his off hand, especially that he is a left-hand player. But I think it's because, you know, sometimes, especially with offense shots, you get into this routine pattern. You get used to, like, the shots you know work and the shots that don't quite. It's not your strong suit. And it could be that fear. But look, we're at the point of criticality right now. You gotta take that risk and do those shots. Now we're at 6-5. Make that.
And now we're at show me.
Literally something is happening right now. Like that, immediately end them.
He hit that cut shot 4 in a row. How did Peter drop that game? Where is this?
Well, let's look at
He's
the replay.
jumping. He's just jumping on defense.
I think he knows that too. I think you saw that when he just let go of that mallet. He was just like, yeah, he knew that. 7-6 though. Still close match. But now we are tied 2 games. Josiah and Peter. I think that would definitely be a good question to ask. Like, why is he jumping so much? I think he's just really scared of, you know, I think it's the left-handed player thing. Gets scared that they're going to do these left ball shots, so they flinch. And then they don't realize that they're going to actually make a cut shot. Let's see it. So, let's see it. I see some people in the chat. I see that the poll is still going for Peter at 59%, but people in the chat are actually rooting for Josiah, which is interesting. I notice a lot of people keep saying, like, you know, let's go Josiah. Betting on you. All right. It's still anyone's game, but Josiah's going to, I think actually, yeah, it both have a score on the board. Didn't quite get that first opening score here. Reading the chat right now, but Josiah's going to match it 2-2. Again, now we're seeing the speed come back. I feel like it's a mix here. They both go either with the speed or the power, and then they'll do those technical shots because they try to read what is going on and making those adjustments. Again, this is a match between 2 and 3, folks. So if you're just joining us, you're seeing 2 very skilled players in the community. They're demonstrating just the techniques and the focus that you got to have on the table, especially Josiah with those, you know, beautiful dribbles he's having. But, man, to lose possession there, it's going to go to Peter. response there from the shot, keeping it, no gap, is keeping it at 4-4, but Josiah's going to respond with a 5-4. The defense there by Josiah. See if Peter can get around it, and he can. What a simple right ball there.
Well, Peter looks like he's finally decided he's not going to give up that cut for free.
I think you got to adjust to that.
Look at that big adjustment in his mouth. He's still pulled back, though. That is right there. That is why you can have a very credible looking defense, folks. But if you move back or you move out of position when the shot comes at you, it doesn't matter where your mouth looks like. If you're going to move out of the way, I'm just going to shoot the shot. But Peter does bring it back 6-6. Show me.
Man, a lot of show me's this match. Just showing you these are two good players. They're just matching these skill levels. Oh, a little bit of a taunting there by Josiah. What he's doing here.
Josiah was able to hold on to it there. Good for him.
And like that, Josiah once again closing out.
That was a big... I liked this time to this was Josiah mixing it up. And then he waited, and then he shot it. I know I might have been talking a little bit of trash about the shot. In fact, he's shooting a lot of cuts, but I liked that way he mixed it up there, folks.